Hey there boys and girls, Lucky here and welcome back to another CSGO video. So after my last video about my warm-up routine, many people did ask me about my practice routine. And even though I don't really have one at the moment, I can still show you and tell you what I would do for practice if I were a newer player or if I just want to improve more overall. So I'd say, let's get right into it. First of all, in my opinion, there are three sectors you have to tackle if you want to improve. There being basic skill or game skills, then game knowledge, and then game sense. Two of them being basic skills and map knowledge can be trained very effectively, while game sense will be primarily acquired by actually playing the game in general and, for example, also watching your demos. So in this video I will focus more on the first two, but I will still try to give you a good idea of how to practice all of them. So first off, once again, basic skills or game skills. By this I mean your ability to move and shoot in the game, and as we can already see, there are two parts to it, moving and shooting, which both should be mastered for optimal consistency. So to start with movement, there are two things that will really help you. The first one is surf. Surf will help you to get a better understanding and idea of strafing midair, which will improve then again your general understanding of the movement mechanics in the game. By learning how to control your character midair in a large space like on the big surf ramps, you can easily digest like everything at your own pace, and after having learned to surf you also want to include KZ maps. KZ maps are designed to test your abilities for jumping and moving midair. It's basically just like climbing up certain maps kind of. So just in general to learn how to properly control your character. So if you do not want to stay a movement bot, you want to definitely get these two down. Just start out with surf when starting up the game and then go into KZ when you feel ready. This might take some time if you're a newer player though. Next up, aiming. Probably the biggest thing people worry about, which is actually pretty useless without having learned how to move. So you have to make sure that you're able to incorporate your movement into your aim practice. A little while back I made a 30-day aim challenge, which I can only recommend for anyone trying to get better at CS. To really quickly summarize it, you have to do 15 minutes against bots, alternating between tapping, bursting and spraying, while always moving in between each kind of shot or burst or spray in order to train your stutter stepping. Quick reminder, stutter stepping is hitting the opposite direction key of your current movement direction in order to stop moving immediately. So if you're strafing left with A, you have to let go of A and then tap D in order to be accurate again. Try to only use A and D, since stutter stepping while running forward or backwards, for example with A and W, will require you to tap S and D at the same time, which makes it a lot harder. The next 20 minutes are deathmatch practice, preferably free-for-all deathmatch, but also Valve deathmatch works as well. This will basically help you to force yourself to be always alert and to react to possible threats at any time and place. The next 15 minutes will be 1 versus 1 arena servers. This will help you with your individual gunfight skills as well as with your cross replacement, and after that you will play 15 minutes on retake servers, which will kind of help you with your site knowledge and your clutching as well as a general idea on how to play the game more effectively. Of course, this can be modified to one's desire, so don't get caught up on my suggestions right here. After you're done and that, go into an offline match and practice some grenades. The additional practice config will show you a lot better how your grenades do in the world of CSGO, which can also be found in the description down below. Just check out all the linked videos if you're kind of curious for that stuff. So to really quickly summarize it, for movement and aim you want to warm up with surf and follow it up with KC for about 20 to 30ish minutes total. After that you want to do 15 minutes against bots using all firing techniques and moving in between each kill. Follow that up with 20 minutes of your preferred DM type and move on to 1 versus 1 arena servers for another 15 minutes or so. Just doing this will already help you and take you a little longer than an hour each day. By doing another 15 minutes of retake servers, you can further improve your gameplay and work a little on your game sense and clutching, just basically getting the retakes down. And after that you can also play around with the nades for another 30ish minutes or so until you feel like you're confident in them, maybe learning new ones or mastering the hard old ones. Now another important part that will help you with your game sense and game knowledge is to play competitive. So try to play as much matchmaking as you feel comfortable with and rewatch your own demos as well to further hone your skills and understanding of the game. If you do not have time to rewatch your complete demos, at least take a look at your highlights and lowlights to see the things that worked out and the things that did not work out. Doing all of this should help you quite a bit, and I think this should take you about maybe 2 hours a day if you do all of them completely, which should be a good practice routine if you're doing it each day. But try not to exhaust yourself by doing all of this and jumping into a comp right after. Take a 10-minute break or something like that. But yeah, I think this was all for now, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and Lucky Skillfaker out.